And it started raining. Awesome. I really do believe that some people don't understand how messaging and like, you know, apps work. Just just messages on different kind of apps and websites and stuff. How they work. I have this with like a couple of my friends, but right now I'm dealing with it right now, like currently getting random messages from somebody that basically doesn't understand that I'm not like able to answer their messages all the fucking time. This just started happening, by the way, with my eye. Like literally as the countdown was going on. So you're gonna have to forgive me for this for a second. Well, so if this is distracting, but yeah. Oh, so stingy. Why is it so stingy? I'm honestly going to just order a bunch. I don't care if I've got no money. I'm going to try to order a bunch of eye spray to basically help with this. Because the hay fever one, the itchy eye hay fever bullshit, it doesn't seem to do anything. Just the regular Optrex does seem to help a lot, but I don't have any of that. Every time I order that stuff in the grocery shopping, it always turns up as this other stuff instead, which was super not cool, especially when I went to Manchester. Okay, calm, calm. Okay, yeah. So I've been away for a couple of days, and well, I've been away. I've been not streaming for a couple of days, like normal. I have been trying my absolute bestiest to get this editing project. Oh my god, that was creepy. What was that? I think there was two moths that just like randomly tried to attack. One of them attacked my leg. Whatever. Yeah. One of them. Ugh. I've just been trying to work on this one thing, and that is the pick dump. I've been trying to get it to work, to force it to work a lot. It's not having it. It just isn't having it. I even went to 5 minutes, like just 5 minutes, and tried to edit that. And it seemed to work. But the thing is that, like, I would have it to work every single time, and that will take a couple of days, probably, maybe. And it was just frustrating the whole time. It was just super frustrating. Um, and then I couldn't find the file on my computer in the first place. I didn't want to do it all over again because I knew that if I did it all over again, it probably wouldn't work. So yeah, I think we're going to have to just shelve it completely. The reason why I can't just save this file and move on until I find a solution is because the folder in which all of these pictures are kept is full up. and it needs to be emptied. When I do that, it's then going to the editing software is going to lose the locations for all of these pictures. It won't know where they came from. And it will just be it just will not be usable. Like, again, it's like that. You wouldn't be able to use that save of that project. Oh my god, of that project. So yeah. So if it's gone, it's going to be gone for good, and that's the problem that I'm feeling with. I kind of just want some permission to kind of like just like let it just fuck off and die. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more pick dumps after this. Like, they are kind of too time consuming, for very little payoff. Like, nobody actually uses. There's like one person that uses the actual original system for the pick dumps, because the reason why the pick dumps exist is because it's kind of like a showcase of all the videos that I've done in picture form. And also, it's for the people that basically want to contact me, tell me what a good job I did, and also to basically ask for the pictures that they want. If you can basically make it for a pick dump and actually like select the pictures that you like or would want from me, and wrote down either the time code or basically the well, actually just that is the only way of doing it. But it's basically like writing down the picture number and the time code. I will send you this picture. I will send you that picture. I will find it and then send it to you. That was the original purpose of the pick dumps. Like, yeah, that was the original. Like, again, only one person has kind of like ever done this, and ever kept doing it. It used to be popular way back in the day before any of you guys were here, but now it's not such a big deal. It's like only, like I said, one guy does it. One person does it. So yeah, it's just it's more of a case of like, it gives me a little bit of a break, because the pick dump is a long task. It takes a while to do. Oh my god, it's a long task and it takes a while to do. So yeah. Um. So yeah, I'm just thinking about like getting rid of the pick dump completely. But there are, like I said, there are two problems with this. The number one problem is that this has taken 2 months. I do not like wasting time at all. I mean, it really pisses me off. So yeah, I kind of don't want to let it go just yet, you know. The other problem with this is that maybe this is a problem with my editing software. I don't want it to be a problem with my editing software, because that would mean that I'd have to find new software, and all of the free stuff is a little bit shit. Apart from like Apple's free editing software, it's video editing suite and stuff that they've got. Apparently, that doesn't suck, and it's actually really handy. Even the older models of it apparently are like super good. So I'm like, I'm kind of I'm still thinking about basically getting like an Apple product of some kind to basically do this. But I'm not entirely sure yet. Still, because Apple stuff is expensive. So yeah, I don't know. Also, I don't know what it's like to actually do. I don't know what the graphics cards and all of that stuff would be like to actually handle video editing, but it might be good. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, those are the couple of problems. Those are the things I'm facing. But it's actually beating me up a little bit. I'm actually a little bit annoyed, but like there's been a couple of other things happening in my life right now, which are frustrating to the point where it's actually started to like really dig in with the depression. And I know I'm not. I try not to talk about depression so much because I know people hate that. I know I get it. I hate it too. I hate talking about it too. I really hate when people want me to talk about it, but you know, it's like it will help if you talk about it. It's like no, it won't. Why do people think that? Well, it won't help everybody that has depression to talk about the depression. It's so annoying when people say that. To me, it's really annoying to me. I just want to point that out. It's like, yes, I agree. It's a fairly unique thing. It's not totally unique, but yeah, like I was depressed, and this is not helping, basically. So yeah, I'll talk about that more later in the in the video. So yeah, in the stream, I'll talk about that later. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. I don't know how to do. I don't know what to do to test it or anything like that. My immediate solution myself for this problem would be to keep it on hold, try editing something else, and if that fails to render, then it's definitely an issue with the editing software and not my actual save file. And then try to find a new editing software to basically get to see if I can transfer this project into, convert it into that format for that kind of editing software, and then see if I can just do it from there. That's my solution. I would love if anybody has like a better solution, you know. But I mean, I can't think of anything else. That's the problem. That's my next step. This is stopping me from doing stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to read the chat, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Faisal says, "Ask me how I am." Can you just wait until I've said it? I'm not good. Roscoe says hi. Don's here. All I can think of it would be to break the pic dumps into multiple videos. Yeah, I tried doing that. The 5 minute one seemed to work, but it's not showing up on my computer. This might just be a me thing. It might just be literally just a me thing. I made a mistake somewhere and it's not showing up. But like, I got a feeling that if I did this again, that whole process took 20 minutes. 5 minutes of video. It's an hour. Yeah, my internet just it became crappy. Anyway, yeah, 20 minutes times 20, basically. It's still broken on my end. We just had a thunderstorm, so maybe that's the issue. I'm refreshing the page for the playback. It says I'm still streaming, so Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, but you can't. But the visual is broken. That's weird. And now it says that I'm the only one that's watching. Apparently, it's not taking my camera. Can you still hear me? Yep, you can still hear me. Well, this is new. This is a new and exciting problem. On my back end, it's showing me in the camera. I'm on screen and everything. And oh, there I am. Yep, that works. Okay. Yeah, on here it was showing me, but on here it was still not showing. It doesn't matter. Oh my god. Yeah. Basically, the breaking it down into smaller parts. We tried that last time, and it just wasn't having it all the way up until, like, I tried 5 minutes, and it would be infuriating to do this. If one of those just failed, then it would be infuriating. I'm not doing this. It shouldn't need to be done. It's annoying. So yeah. um do you tag your photos on Tumblr? No. It's literally a button. I like hit a button and it uploads my photos to Discord, Tumblr, and I have to do the Chasuble and Grommer ones manually because sometimes it puts them in the wrong place. Yeah, Instagram as well. It's literally just like a button, like select this, select the things that you want to upload it to, and then hit go. And it basically sends them to those things. That's what I do. I've done it on stream a couple of times as well, so yeah. In case you're wondering, some of the pictures that are in the pic dump get deleted. They don't make it to the raw footage and stuff. Really? Is this gonna be a new issue? Like every time this happens, my view counter resets, so I don't know if anybody's actually watching me or not each time. Is this gonna be a new issue? I'm not fucking with my camera this time, just in case. Basically, it like just. I think it will just randomly turn back on. I think it will. I'm hoping it will. Oh, screw it. I'm going to reset. Oh, that's funny. When I reset, my view counter goes down. Like, because I'm the only one that's here. Yeah, the camera's still not working. I saw that. Oh, now it's working. Okay, well, that's good. Until the internet fucks up again, or a lightning strike happens, or something. Anyway, yeah. What I was trying to say is that not all of the pictures make it to Instagram, Tumblr, and Discord. A lot of them get deleted because they are kind of the samey pictures, or just get archived onto my computer. So the pic dump is the only place where you're going to see all of the pictures. So yeah, except for the naughty ones. The naughty ones do. I don't really delete any of those ones because a lot of people want to see the naughty ones, and they go into separate folders, which you can only find on Tumblr if Tumblr doesn't delete them. On Tumblr, sometimes Twitter, and Discord. So yeah, but they're not in the pic dump anyway, so whatever, it doesn't matter. So yeah, if you're hoping to just see them on there, then yeah, you're going to miss out on a few pictures. Because just today, I deleted a bunch of coach pictures because they were kind of the same of like pictures I'd already seen, or that I had already uploaded. So it was like, no, I don't need that one. No, I don't need that one. And honestly, considering that I upload 4 pictures a day, unless I'm on holiday or away from the computer or something, considering that, I've got over 1,000 pictures. I've got like 1,500 pictures. If I were to upload 4 of those every single day, I would not get through them within a year, and they need to be recycled, with new pictures. So it's like, yeah, we're on pictures from last year. The coach thing and all of that stuff that happened in like September, in August or September. We're coming up to that, so that means that like it's almost a year old. So yeah, unless I basically get through them really quickly, it's which I'd have to upload a bunch a day instead of just 4. I've been thinking about upping it to 5 a day. I don't know. Yeah. I can just grab them when they are uploaded on the server or Tumblr. And again, I just want to iterate, you're not going to get all of them if you do that. But I appreciate people like to do that. Pup Brutus is here, and he says, you have a really pleasant voice to listen to. Thank you. I don't really know anything about video or photo editing, but I'm having a good time. As long as you're having fun, dude. So things are going this that way. Don't let people tell you not to talk about it. It's not that people don't tell me. It's not that people tell me not to talk about it. It's that they keep telling me to talk about it. And I hate that. And I do notice that basically, like a lot of my views drop whenever I do talk about depression. But I keep talking about depression because I have depression. So yeah, it's a thing. I hope things get better. Well, I mean, why would you want them to get worse? I don't understand why that's a thing. And then this is all about the lag and stuff. I wish I still had Twitter and Tumblr. Okay. You probably still do, unless you deleted them intentionally. But yeah. Hey, Panafox. Anyway, these are the problems. You are now all caught up on the problems and the things. So, yeah. Now what I do, I do have a personal dilemma, but it's just like really a me thing. Any good news? So I had to reset because I saw it do the thing again. Um, oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. This computer completely failed, and like with the internet, so it just disconnected the chat and then it reconnected the chat. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if you heard that. Yeah, I do not have any good news. I can't tell you any good news. Like not until this issue is resolved. Basically, it's just there is no good news. No, something wrong with the laptop. Are you talking about you're not talking about the work laptop? You're talking about the communication laptop, right? Because this laptop is working completely fine, apart from the editing software. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this laptop. It is fantastic, and we shouldn't say anything wrong is bad or anything with it because I don't want it to die. This one is dying. This one is dying. It used to be the old work laptop, and it's falling to bits. Just very slowly. You're talking about editing software? No, that wouldn't help it. How would that help it? I know this is another problem that I'm bringing up, but I've been getting really acidy for no reason. Like my tummy's getting very acidy for no reason. It, I I thought it was just like barbecue sauce on pizza because I ate a lot of barbecue sauce, and that sometimes makes my tummy a bit acidy. It's kind of like if I eat too many tomatoes, like tomato soup or something. Then basically, like I just have very bad acid that day. Um, but yeah, it's been ever since then. I've just had just bad acid, and it's driving me insane a little bit. Anyway, get rid of the stuff that's causing the editing software to crash. There is nothing that's causing the editing software to crash. The editing software is just crashing because there's too many items in that particular thing, in that particular project. That's the reason why it's crashing. At least that's what I think. Otherwise, it's just it's just the editing software. The editing software itself is broken. It's out of date or it's got some planned obsolescence built into it, which is trying to make me download the latest super mega version that costs money. You know, it's like it's just that there's like it's annoying. It's annoying. So yeah, that wouldn't help. I don't think that would help. You take Prolosec for stomach acid. Yeah. the only thing that works here, the only thing that works is this little tablets, which are literally just kind of a literally just bicarbonate of soda, baking powder compressed into a tablet form, and they're literally just that, and they're called Rennies, and I think they've also got. Do they have calcium in them or something? I can't remember, but yeah, they they basically are really good. They neutralize the acid, but literally anything other than milk or bicarbonate of soda, baking powder, um, those are the only two things that work with me. Because anything else just doesn't work with my acid. It just doesn't. It just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything. So yeah. How much is the money version? How much is the money version of? It's like $20 or something. I don't know. I've not looked into it. I told anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leave. Basically, what's happening is there's a thunderstorm nearby, and it's causing um, it's every time a lightning strike happens, then that kind of like causes not an EMP, but it's like an EMP. Basically, it's a microwave burst, and that kind of like that can fuck with Wi-Fi signals, which is why my internet is being shitty right now. So yeah, it's very stormy around me. So yeah, it's a thing. But yes, I've noticed that it's either Panafox or somebody else will basically ask me whenever I have said that, how much like I can't afford to get so and so or whatever. Then like somebody will ask me, it's like, well, how much is it? And it's like, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. Have no money. So, it's like somebody that's like dying of thirst, in the middle of a desert, and then like somebody else is just in the desert, and they're like, you're like, water, please, and they're just standing there like completely not bothered, being like, yeah, but how much water do you need? It's like, doesn't fucking matter. Like, yeah. But yeah, I've noticed that whenever I say that, somebody was like, "Well, how much is it?" It's my mother as well. That's it. That's who it is. It's my mum. It's my mum who does it. But she, at least when she does it, she's doing it to kind of like try to get me to ask her for money. You know, like not in a super selfish way or anything. She's doing it to basically like she's not doing it to kind of manipulate me or anything. She's kind of doing it to kind of gauge how much money she can send me to make her feel less bad about her poor son. You know, it's like, yeah. I'm very proud of the fact that I've never begged my mother for money. I've never asked my mother for money. I've never asked my family members or anybody for money. You know, the only time my mum does give me money, and it's basically for like my birthday or Christmas, and that's mainly because she doesn't know what to get me. So yeah, she just gives me like a little bit of money whenever I go on holiday. So yeah, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know why other people are doing this to me. I swear to God, like I swear to God, Damon did this to me just like today, because there's the county fair. You know, there's the like the big steam and county and country fair thing going on, and that's this weekend, and I want to go, but I've got work to do. Because I've got to fix this, and also I have no money. So like if I do go to it, then that means that somebody's going to have to pay for like my food and drink and everything when I'm there. And as much fun as I sometimes let people do this at that in particular, at that thing in particular, because I used to go to it every year. Um, but that's only because basically my auntie-in-law, she just pays for out all everybody's entry, and then kind of like my mother-in-law or my auntie-in-law, they like to spoil us. So basically, they would go up to the food places for us, and then they would go do it, but we held their bags, or like basically like got seats for them, or like found a shady place for us to all rest at and stuff, you know. And then we would be shopping at all of the stalls and all of the fun activities and all of that stuff, you know. And that was fun because I had money to actually like help, you know. But when I'm broke, I kind of am always continuously aware that I don't have any money, and I feel bad because I could like help out with the costs of stuff, but yeah. Also, there's an annoying thing with the sleeping arrangements, and I don't like that. But it's mostly because I feel like I could be doing something to like make myself feel better about not being so broke. So yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, that's all of my problems now. So yeah. Anyway, those are the situations. That's the situations. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what to do. I don't know where to go from here. You know, like I said, I already did say my solution at the beginning of this. Um, I'm. I don't know if anybody heard it because I haven't heard somebody say that's a good idea or that's a bad idea. So yeah, I'm okay with like reiterating it as long as the internet doesn't do the crazy thing again. It really does. It really does. Unless you are broke on a beach somewhere, somewhere nice and warm, like I can see how that would be awesome. Not in LA. They all look miserable. I've been, I know. So yeah. Like I can totally, as I can totally be a beach bum. I'll be okay with that. If it was socially acceptable to move back in with my mother, and then basically just live, I'd do that. I'd be okay with that. But like, but so would my mum, you know. because she always complains that she doesn't see enough of me. So it's like, yeah, like I would be okay with that, but it's not socially acceptable, and I would still feel bad because I'd feel like a leech. So that would be bad. Still have to deal with all the hard parts without having fun. Yeah, that's my life. That is all my life. That's a thing. Unless you're broke somewhere where money doesn't matter. Again, like a lot of people have very happy lives. Um, I'm imagining all these places right now, but I can't name any of them. It's really annoying, you know. Like I'm pretty sure like a bunch of the people in Indonesia and like you know hell like the Philippines. You know, there's a lot of people in India that are like really poor, but essentially a lot of them like look like they're having a good time, look like they're happy. You know, it's like yeah, pretty sure lots of these people don't have any money and basically are like completely happy. I could totally see myself being one of these guys that lives in like a Greek village somewhere, like on the coast, has no money, but is like completely fine. You know, money isn't everything. It's just that it helps. There's the whole thing about like sounds like a fantasy. No, there were. The, I'm trying to think of a way that you can actually just randomly look up pictures of this, so that you can see for yourself that yeah. Look up pictures of the color festival. Is that India? I'm pretty sure that's India. It's either India or Indonesia or something. You know, where they basically completely destroy each other with like colorful powder and like yeah, like look up pictures of that. Nearly everybody in those pictures is broke. Nearly everybody in those pictures has no money, but they are all having a fucking awesome time. Yeah, and that's just one example. There's like places that there's literally a place. It might even still be India, but it's like Southeast Asia. Essentially, there's a place that has like a water gun fight, and it's like it's a whole big festival, and that looks awesome with water balloons and like splash, just lots of people splashing each other with water all the time, and it's like they're all having a blast. All of these people are poor. All of these people have no monies. You know, it's like well, at least like only some of them have monies, and they're all happy. You know, it's like yeah, it's not a fantasy. These people, and these places exist. I just gave you a really good one, like uh, like my mum used to go on holiday um, to a Greek island, this Greek island, and like she would well it's a small Greek island, and it's like just filled with with just people that are just like either fishermen, or they just run off of the tourism industry there, and it's like that none of these people are rich. A lot of these people are broke, and yet they are super happy just because they live on a beach, you know. So yeah, it's possible to be poor and happy, you know. A lot of the times I'm poor and happy. A lot of the times I'm poor and actually happy, you know. It's fine, you know. Like, I was very, very broke, and I still managed to go on holiday and still had pretty much a good time for the most part, you know. I managed to scrape together somehow enough money to go to America every year and have fun. But this is like, I'm at the point at the moment where I have zero disposable income. All of my income goes to, and I'm still leaking money from like just space places I didn't know I had money. I'm still leaking money because like my living expenses are being outweighed by just cost of living crisis and all that stuff. You know, I was broke before, but now I'm like super duper duper mega broke. Like, I'm really not kidding. If anything happens to Damon, I'm super fucked. I'm dead. You know, well, I'm not dead. I'm homeless. You know, and that's like fine. So yeah. Shall we talk about my depression now that everybody seems to have gone? I think we should. You get what I mean? Okay. About the whole being broke thing doesn't mean that you're unhappy. That's good. Um, okay, so depression. So I feel like I've actually kind of like reached a stage where I'm actually kind of a little bit worried about myself, but I'm weirdly accepting about it. This happened to a lot of people when they had COVID for the first time. Um, Basically, when a lot of people that had COVID for the first time didn't react strongly to it, you know, they basically were like mega dead, like they thought they were going to die, kind of situation. A lot of people reported that they actually felt like they were accepting of it. They were kind of accepting that like they actually got to the point where they were so tired that, you know, from all of the coughing and all of the aching and all of the kind of like just random symptoms, that they basically were just accepting that one that they might not wake up when they go to sleep, but they had to sleep because they were so exhausted. And this is like a common phenomenon. Yeah, this is kind of a common phenomenon with humans. But also, did you know that this also happens to dogs? Did you know that this also happens to dogs? Yeah, they found that wolves, in particular, do this thing where they're kind of accepting that they are going to die. And I know they don't even know what death is, right? They're not self-aware or whatever, but apparently they know. Apparently they get it. Apparently that is one of the things that wolves do actually understand sometimes, is that sometimes they understand that they're probably not going to recover from this. And do you know what they do? And it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of sad. It's actually really sad. But wolves will go off into the forest. They will go off into a wooded area. They will leave. They will exile themselves, which sometimes usually guarantees that they're they are going to die, but whatever. They think they're going to die anyway, so this is kind of them fulfilling their purpose, I guess. But yeah, if a wolf is basically badly wounded or badly injured or is badly sick in some way, or it basically like gets a tumor in its mouth or like in its neck or something, and realizes that it can't eat anything anymore, or like it loses all of its teeth or something, essentially the wolf will go into the woods or just isolate itself completely from the pack, and they'll never see it again. It will go off and die. And I know I keep like talking about this as if I actually have, like, if I actually am the dog because of my dog-like tendencies, but I've had this weird urge to basically just like kind of isolate myself and go away. So I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means, other than, yeah, it might mean that basically my doggy wolfy side is basically telling me to just leave and die. But yeah, and don't worry, by the way, people. Don't worry, by the way, people. I have a therapist, okay, and I've told her about this, and she said that this is actually some like a weirdly common thing in men over the age of 40, and I was like, really? It's like, yeah, like they often express like a bunch of men, like even men that don't have depression, um, a bunch of men basically feel like their expiration date is up. Like that's it. That's like they figure that 40 is like the thing that they kind of like are gonna be okay if they die. It's like they're kind of accepting of it. A bunch of guys, over 50%. It's estimated that over 50% of guys after the age of 40 are kind of okay with leaving. And I just think that that's kind of messed up, but I kind of get it. I also kind of already knew about this whole thing beforehand, like way before I was a teenager. Even I actually, like, when I understood the concept of death as the finality of it all and everything like that. It's kind of like when I figured that out, I figured that like I kind of put myself in the shoes of a really old person, and then I kind of also put myself in the shoes of a really old person that it's like, well, they don't seem to be afraid so much of going asleep and then not waking up. It's like that would be the thing that terrified me at that stage in my life. When I was way younger, that would be the thing that terrified me. That basically I could just go to sleep one night and there would be a 50% chance that I would basically either wake up or not. And that would be fucking terrifying. But then I was like, well, a bunch of old people are doing this every night. They're not so terrified. So I kind of like understood the whole feeling of being okay with not being here anymore back then. But yeah, I kind of get it now. I kind of really get that feeling now. I kind of like would be a little bit bummed out that I died in my sleep, because I kind of want to experience that, the actual dying part thing, because I like new experiences. You can only really experience that one once, and to miss out on it because I was asleep, that would kind of suck for me. But yeah, I get like that being a thing. So yeah. That means you have depression? No. That isn't like the definition of depression. Just the whole, you know, um, wanting to go off and die somewhere. That isn't actually what depression is. That is a symptom of depression, but that isn't like the definition of it. I've always just had this the pure apathy at the the idea of death. I never I never had the fear of it. It's more of the fear of not experiencing. You know, the terrifying abyss of nothingness is kind of like not cool. You know, it's like I want to know what happens. I want to kind of watch that and experience that and see that and stuff like that. And the fact that I won't be able to do that is annoying. You know, I kind of like want there to be something afterwards, or at least basically like to kind of maybe even not even have like conscious thought or anything, but just be able to just witness, you know, something. It's like, but without having pain or anything else to associate with it. I just want to see. But the problem is that and here, the problem is that I understand that this is like a terrifying idea that this could be hell for somebody, but you won't have any of those feelings because you don't have any body or any like brain to associate with it. I know we're getting deeply philosophical and like metaphysical here, but it's just like I kind of just wish that that was a thing. I just wish that there was something afterwards, like not even, yeah. Hopefully, again, there's like I think it literally just does end when we die. But again, not to get too super deep or anything like that. But I've got like there is a small hope. There is a small tiny chance. There's a tiny teeny weeny chance that your consciousness doesn't end. Like your experience doesn't end. I there is a small chance, and it's rooted in science that your consciousness doesn't just go away, you know, and that is because the universe doesn't truly um, waste anything, and this also means like energy and stuff. So like the energy and the like electrical signals in your brain dissipate like in the surrounding area when you die. It's like it's yeah I kind of I kind of like think that there is a way for this dissipated energy and even this collection of like the combination and the way that your brain is made up. I kind of feel like there's a way for one of these two things to basically happen again, you know, given infinite time and like infinite combinations of like matter in the universe. I kind of feel like this could totally happen again, and that my consciousness will be around for that bit, you know, or it will dissipate into other things. So, like, you know, my consciousness could kind of like continue on, not in a continued sequence. So I won't remember any of being a human or anything, but like it could just dissipate into like the grass or like the smaller animals or whatever, and just be part of that for a while, and I could actually experience that shit. Maybe again, it's a tiny chance that this is a thing that happens in the universe. It's a tiny chance that this is a thing that happens in the universe, but there is a chance. It's probably not going to happen. It probably does all go away. It just goes completely away. But yeah, who knows? Ghosts could do totally the thing where they actually exist. You know, I don't think that ghosts exist, at least not in the traditional sense. You know, but if they do, then it could be super cool if they did, if they actually did. You know, Doesn't everybody else think that it's weird? I know I've brought this up on stream before, but doesn't anybody else think it's weird that humans have existed for like cognitive thinking humans have existed for over 10,000 years, and we still don't know exactly what happens after we go away, after we die. Like, we haven't figured this out. It's been so long. The annoying thing is that the people that think that they've figured it out keep trying to convince other people that they know that they've figured it out, and it's like, they don't know. They don't know yet. They have no idea. I'm talking about religion, by the way. My brain is melting. I'm bad at the philosophical stuff. This isn't philosophical. I'm talking about science. I'm talking about science here. I was talking about science. Then I went sort of metaphysical or philosophical a little bit. I just want to work I want to work an easy job and do fun things in my free time until I die. I mean, yeah. I like a challenging job, but we're all different. So yeah. I don't know what happens afterwards, and if I think about it too much, I'm bummed out. I'll be bummed out. Why? I mean, worst case scenario, you don't exist anymore. But you didn't exist before you were born, and I didn't hear you complaining then. So what's the big deal? Like I said, the cool thing about the completely scientific approach is that there is a tiny chance that your consciousness, at least, like, will be changed, but it will exist still. There's a chance that this could happen. So yeah. There's also another chance that this, it's this probably won't be your consciousness, and it will probably be more like a copy of you, but like somewhere in the universe, because it's infinite and all that stuff, like your unique brain pattern, the structure and everything, the way that your brain like makes up your consciousness and your being and all that stuff. Basically, it can happen again. Like, there could be more of you out there right now, but you just don't know it yet, or probably won't ever. So yeah. Like I said, it's not really. It shouldn't bum you out that much. It's just a thing. Yeah, I don't want an easy job. I want a compelling, challenging, exciting job. However, being the engineer on a Intrepid class starship is just not. It's just not like happening for me. I'm like 300 years too early for that. I just said that, yeah. Yeah. Brutus. What did I just say? What did I just say? It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, like I said, excuse me. Here we go. Yeah, engineer Intrepid class starship. It's a challenging, exciting job. I mean, it's going to be fun. It would be so fun. Don't you think? I don't know. Do you watch Star Trek? Do you like Star Trek? And yeah, Panafox, I'm going to talk about Star Trek again. Give it a break. I know. Actually, I don't know, Panafox, if you actually like Star Trek or not. Or do you just not give a shit? You don't have an opinion one way or another. I feel like I've asked Panafox if he likes Star Trek or not. But yeah. Yep, about Star Trek. You like Star Trek? Cool. So, yeah, that would be awesome. I would like to be an engineer on Intrepid class starship, and I wouldn't mind a Starfleet uniform, but I don't want to do the whole Starfleet bullshit. The problem is I don't like being yelled at and told what to do. Um, so I don't like doing the whole Starfleet training bullshit. I'd rather do what I did with the whole Navy thing, be a non-commissioned officer. So basically, like somehow get a Starfleet commission. Basically, you get like sworn in to Starfleet after already being a professional at something, and yeah, like I would love that. I don't care about the pip thing. I don't give a shit about the pips. The pip thing is just stupid to me. No. Oh no, I won't get to be captain. Who wants to be captain anyway? It sounds so boring to me. I'm okay with being the guy that gets to fix the ship. So cool. I like how everything works, all the ships work and stuff. Plus, yeah, I've seen lower decks. It looks like that. It looks like so much fun. I bet now that I've turned all of the fans off, that it's going to be like super duper hot in here now. Maybe. Okay, guys. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try my solution tomorrow, and if that doesn't work, then I don't know. I'm gonna have to find new. Um, I thought you were in the US. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to find new editing software if basically my idea doesn't work tomorrow. So that's gonna be fun. it took me so long to find this particular editing software. I don't want to go find some new stuff. It's just I want to, unless I don't mind paying for it. It's just that I don't want a subscription. The problem is that everywhere seems to just do nothing but a subscription service, and I hate that because I can't afford a subscription service. So yeah, I'd much rather just pay for it and then have it over with. They figure that they can get more money out of you if you basically need to be subscribed to it. So I'm almost stuck at like being like, I don't know if I can actually make new videos anymore. You know? Unless they're super simple videos. I can probably make super simple videos because I could just use the editing software that's on my phone or on the computer itself. But since they got rid of like Windows Movie Maker, what the fuck? Why did they get rid of Movie Maker? So uncool. They've got like a basic bitch version of Movie Maker, but it just does not work. They do not like it. They don't. Why is it with them and basically like fucking with all of the editing software on your computer? It's like you have to absolutely use all of the Windows shit all the time. So they basically tried to make it as complicated as possible to actually, well, not as non-competent as possible to use their basic free stuff, so that you have to use the more advanced, Microsoft 360 stuff. It's like, it's crazy. The heat wave in the US, well, that kind of depends where you are in the US. In the UK, the heat wave hasn't been that bad. I swear that last year the heat wave was crazy. Like it got the temperature actually got to like 40 something degrees C, which is a lot. And that's just crazy for the UK. But yeah. So far I've only had to turn the computers off completely in the day about 3 times this year. Whereas last year I went for like a whole week and stuff by not working, only working at night because it was just too hot in the day for my computers to be on. So yeah, it's a thing. Okay, guys. Yeah. Anything else anybody want to say to me or ask me? Now is the time. I know I lost a bunch of you talking about all sorts of random bullshit. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a minute to basically like just yell at me. But then I'm leaving. I've been on for more than an hour, and I haven't thought of or figured out anything new or better to basically solve my issues. So yeah, my shirt looks really grubby in the preview. I spilled my soup on it today, like here and somehow over here. I was also supposed to shower today, but like we're trying to conserve water because it's hot. And that's what they always tell you to do in the heat. They always tell you to conserve water. Right, okay, you guys are good. Right, okay. Yeah, I'll be trying to do a live stream either tomorrow or the next day. I don't know entirely. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still not going to the county fair thing. I don't know if I'm actually still doing. If I'm still not doing that yet. I haven't totally decided yet. It kind of depends. Basically, every time I bring it up, Damon's trying to talk me into going, which is very sweet, but it's like, I can't really justify it if I need to do a bunch of work. So yeah. So yeah, if I'm going, then I probably won't see you in a couple of days. But if I'm not going, then I'll probably see you in a couple of days, and I'll let you know how this goes. I'll let you know on Discord how this goes. Anyway, all right. I was gonna hit the goodbye button, but I haven't done my thing. Belly rubs. That's weird. My hair is matted onto my belly. Yeah, belly rubs and belly salute. Really do have to change my shirt. I think the soup actually infiltrated my shirt to the point where it actually got on me. So yeah. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the future. Woo. Toodles.